Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another interview on MMA Unhinged. And as you can see, we are joined by Jordan Dixon. Absolute pleasure, Jordan. How are you?
Good, mate, yourself?
Yeah, mate, it's an absolute pleasure to get you on after some fantastic results over at Isle of Wight and another good one. It's been a good month for you. So I'd love to get you on. It was fantastic to get you here, and I just love to talk about it. So we'll talk about that last fight. Obviously, it was a fantastic one over there in Isle of Wight. Going over there, doing the business. Firstly, talk to me about that. It was a good experience.
Oh, mate, it was a class experience. Obviously, it's my first semi-pro fight, so it was a bit nerve-wracking taking the shin guards off, but job done.
Yeah, what you just mentioned there, was that big for you? Obviously making that transition, as you mentioned there, it was big taking that shin guards off.
I've always wanted to,
yeah,
straight away I wanted to take the shin guards off straight away. So.
And clearly it was pivotal because that's eventually how you stopped the fight. Just talk to me a bit about the experience going over there in Isle of Wight, taking the ferry, etc. I don't know whether you've experienced something like that before, but just talk to me about that sort of travel, that sort of experience.
Yeah, I've always just had local fights, so going over to his home show, and his crowd, obviously all the crowd was against me, and at first I thought there was going to be nobody there.
Yeah, and obviously the fight with Dominic, it started, it was very intense, very, the pressure that he started off very first in that first round was absolutely ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Was that the sort of fight you were expecting from, Dominic coming into the one?
Yeah, 100%. I knew he was going to come in at his best, so obviously I trained at my best.
Absolutely. And the fight itself was fantastic. If you haven't watched it, save yourself. If you've got 15 minutes, go watch it. I watched it twice. I watched it yesterday and I watched it this morning because it was just that good. Two just absolutely young guns just going for it, and it was a cracking fight to watch. So I'd like to say kudos to that because you delivered that one. You talked about the enemy territory. Did that kind of take a little bit of an impact for yourself? I know when you were walking out, it looked like you were calm and relaxed, and it was a great tune as well, by the way. But just talk to me a little bit about fighting in enemy territory. Was there an impact for yourself there, or was it just strictly business?
Literally for me, it's business. I couldn't care where I am, what environment I'm in. I'm going in that ring. I've trained so many times in the ring, so I'm comfortable in the ring, and it's easy. Really.
That's it. Yeah, and obviously there was a video that Tony put out, and it was like some of your mates that were travelled down there. Just talk to me about that. I can see the smile on your face already. So that was a big impact for yourself, because obviously you're probably going out there, just you and the coaches, etc. Seeing some of your mates there, was that kind of bit of not a boost that you probably didn't? Obviously you were confident heading into it, but was it a bit of like all right, okay, that's a bit of a boost. They've come here to support me.
It was two feelings though. It's because at first I had no idea. They were telling me that what can I make it? I was like, oh, it's all right. Obviously I understood.
Yeah.
Ferry and everything.
Yeah.
And then just there's a chant that they go around saying only one Jordan Dixon.
Yeah.
And I was sat in JD. I was just looking for clothes, and they all come storming in, going, "There's only one Jordan Dixon." So I'm just sitting there I had no words.
Yeah.
And it was it's such a good feeling knowing I had them there, and I was like, right, it's game on now. It's game on, and to be honest, they're one of the loudest in the room. And there was four of them. So.
The important question is for me actually is did you get anything from JD or not?
I did.
What did you get?
I run North Face set.
Oh, there we are. On brand, innit? It's got to be on brand from Blyth. I want to talk a bit about the fight itself. The big takeaway from me was obviously the low kicks, and it was consistent. And we were here at the session today with Tony. 76 was thrown or / landed. Was that obviously the big part of the game plan heading into this one with Dominic?
That was game plan because he came from a full contact kickboxing background, which is kicks above the waist. So we thought, right, let's bring him into the K1 world, which low kicks in it. So with the shin guards coming off, it worked perfectly. Yeah,
absolutely. And I spoke earlier a bit about how the fight was very intense, very pressure, toe to toe. It was like you were trading blows. Was that sort of the kind of moments that you were thriving on though? It was an absolute wild scrapper for most of the part.
Yeah. So after the first round, he came out really fast, really strong, and me I walked back, and me and Tony just smiled at each other. We knew what was going on because we were expecting him to come strong in the first and second round, but obviously with chopping down the leg, we knew he was going to slow down. So that was just the game plan from the start.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's going through your mind on the beginning of the first round, but you just kind of put the nail on the head there. You expected it, and obviously you went back into round one. Just talk to me about round one and round two. Round two, sorry, on the stool. What's processing through your mind as this fight kind of plays out?
Look, obviously everything's a blur now, but I remember going back after the third round, and because it's his home show, every shot he's landing, the crowd's gone mad.
Yeah,
so after the third round, Tony was saying to us, he was going, if I don't win big in the fourth and fifth round, they're going to give it to him, obviously, because it's his home show, and the fans are like for him. So, and then the game plan was from there was sandwiches. That's what he says. Sandwiches.
What does that mean?
So it's before the low kick, into hands and low kick, or hands, low kick, back into hands. So it's like bursts.
That's a great little sign. That cool, isn't it? Maybe some like has some twist in that bacon sandwiches or something. I don't know. That's maybe because I'm hungry or something. But from the outside, it looked like your ability to like maintain the pace and the actual the pace of the fight was the difference for me. Did that kind of what it kind of it felt like in your eyes as well as as you're fighting like round one, round two? We mentioned he was very fast, but maintaining that pace would have been virtually probably impossible. And it seemed like it. Did it seem like you being able to maintain that pace was the difference?
Wait. I think it was for me. It was after the third round. I threw a low kick and I seen his leg buckle, and with the game plan that I've been talking about, I then knew it's gonna start getting fun now. In the fourth round, I remember going back in the fourth round, not bad. I was on my arse.
Yeah.
I was like, right, I'm tired, yeah. But then the fifth round, I see look at him, and I seen that he was on his arse, and I think that blew his energy. And I think it's also with my friends being there. I knew that, yeah, it gave us such a boost seeing all them, and I could see like the smile on the faces. I was like, right, it's game on, round 5, yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about that round 3 because that round 3 was fantastic. We're doing, but as you mentioned there, you buckled him as well. He landed a huge shot when you was there on the round 3. Yeah. And there was the right hand as well. He landed a massive right hand. Was there anything there that was impactful? Maybe dazed you a little bit, or was it just like
I think
you
took
it and you kept on coming?
Back kick, aye. I felt it back. It landed on my arm, but my arm got pushed into my liver.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was on the road like this, and I just seen him like just start coming towards us. I was speaking to him the other day on the squad training.
Yeah.
And I was like, you need to teach us that spinning back kick.
And did he?
Wait.
Sort of. He's keeping his tools to himself,
Oh.
basically. I want to talk about, we talked about obviously, Tony talking about sandwiches. You talk to me a bit about, the advice from Tony heading into that 4th round and then the 5th round, which was crucial, obviously. Leaning into the finish in the 5th round. What's Tony saying you to, in your ears?
Literally, you were saying he wants us to hit that low kick, follow on the hands, hit the low kick again, and follow back with our hands. Stop them with a jab, because usually after you hit a low kick, they think it's their turn. So that's when you hit the jab or you hit back on your teeth.
And I see, obviously, at the session today as well, Millennium Martial Arts big on 2-phase attacking.
Yeah.
That was, I felt like, was the big part of this. Yeah. Your combinations and the 2-phase attacking, obviously, that low kick was that was absolutely phenomenal. Round 4, for me, is where it looked like where it took a massive turn. That's where, obviously, you mentioned this when the fun starts, where it starts to take over. Did you kind of sense, maybe this is the beginning of the end, basically?
100%. I knew like the impact I was doing with his leg anyways, and then I started seeing the limp, and I knew from there, as soon as I seen that limp, I knew I was going to finish it.
Yeah,
it took a lot.
I think we've got to give some kudos as well to Dominic, because he showed some incredible toughness in that fight. Was there a sense of sometimes when you hit him these shots, and especially the low kicks as well, just kept on getting up, where you're thinking, what the fuck is this guy made of? How does he keep getting up?
I was thinking it was in the 4th round, and he just kept getting up and up and up, and I was saying, is he going to stay down? Like, I mean, I want to end the fight now. But his game is out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. How would you describe, the feeling of getting that finish, and obviously, winning that belt, obviously, and getting the victory over there in Isle of Wight? How did that feel once you got, the stoppage, you got the victory, and it was all cemented?
I remember going back into the change room after, and I told him, I had a pint in my hand. I was like, right, Tony, it's fucking party time now. Like, that's all I could think about.
And was there a party? But we'll keep it obviously as PG. Was there a party?
Aye, there was a party.
Yeah. Was you out in the Isle of Wight?
Well, first there was an after party.
Yeah.
Because it was Dom put on the show, so after there was a big after party. So obviously I had a drink with Dom. I seen his dad and everything. Like, with all respect, after and the day it's all entertainment in the ring. So.
Absolutely. How would you rate the night out in Isle of Wight out of 10?
Not like Newcastle.
Not like
No.
What about Blyth?
Wait.
Obviously, I want to talk about bringing that belt back. Would have been fantastic, and it's obviously it's not your first belt, especially in the last few months. You've had a couple, so bringing this one back. Talk to me about your first semi-professional fight. A big step in terms of in your career, big leap. How did that feel? Kind of bringing the belt back to your gym, back to Blyth. Winning it, just it would have meant a lot for you. So just talk to me about winning that belt in particular.
I was saying to Tony on the way back, like on the way there, I was visioning coming back with the belt in the backseat with his, and then so obviously when we were driving back, and I was looking at the belt in the backseat, knowing that I did it. It's like it was just the feelings, nothing like it. Everything felt like a dream. The whole thing, nothing felt real. Like it took us a few days after to realise I've actually did it.
Yeah. Has this gave you sort of a boost to obviously get more of these moments, basically?
Oh, 100%. Like, I'd fight tomorrow if I could.
Obviously, I don't know whether Tony would. You probably would sign you up, to be fair. But obviously, the shape you're in, I'm watching now. I want to talk about what's ahead. Talk to me a bit about the rest of 2025. I know we have the Team GB. Obviously, I believe that's in November time for you.
September.
And November for is it the adults?
Aye.
Yeah. So September time for you. So just talk to me a bit about the end of 2025. How many times you basically like to get out there, and obviously the Team GB tournament.
So I think from now I'm just staying over the training until the GB and get over to Italy, go for gold in Italy, and when I get back, it's game on again. Like anytime I'm ready. I'm ready all year round.
Yeah. You're set, obviously, we mentioned it, you're set to represent the country over there in Italy, which is fantastic. I've been to Italy a few times, and fantastic country. Just talk to me a bit about that. What does that mean for you to go over there, represent, GB, and most importantly, represent Millennium Martial Arts out there? Should be a good one. Just talk to me a bit about making that transition, you're making that, the move over there in Italy, and representing Team GB over there.
Like, it's an honour. It actually is an honour to represent the country, especially I've only just turned 80 and
it's crazy.
Going over there and fighting. Like again, it's gonna feel like another dream, but hopefully I make the dream come true.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what the goal is. Obviously, you want to come back with that gold. Would that be, a massive, accomplishment? Obviously, we had Levi. He's here. He's gone over and done some great things over there as well. Would that be good for you to kind of, bring something like what he's brought back basically to the gym?
Oh, 100%. Like the whole kickboxing thing, I literally just want to like show everyone how good I am and how hard I train. And, like, I train so hard and I want to be able to go out and show it. Because people don't realise how hard I actually have to train to get these knockouts and stuff.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It was a fantastic fight. It was great to watch, and I just want to say thank you for putting on an absolute fight that delivered. Like I said, if you have a spare 17, 15 minutes, just watch it. It's fantastic. Two young guns going at it toe to toe is fantastic. I want to talk about, just quickly, this is my last question before I let you go out, because obviously Levi went into lock up. He was giving me a death stare and everything. But what is like in terms of the career goals of Jordan? What does that look like in your eyes? Basically, if we're talking from 10 years from now, what have you had like to accomplish in terms of who we'd fought for, who we'd maybe fought, etc.?
I think wherever the money's at, really. I will
Show me the money.
always watch one championship, and I'm really, I'm aiming for that. I'm going to get it. Nothing's going to stop us. I'm going to train as hard as I can.
Yeah, it's always the goal for the fighters, and it would be fantastic to see you on there, especially fighting out Blyth. That would be it would be a spectacle indeed. But yeah, Jordan, mate, an absolute pleasure. I'm here with Jordan Dixon, as you can see, obviously. But we've had a fantastic interview. He had a fantastic fight. Just won a belt, WAKO. No.
Wacko,
Ignore Wacko, yeah, WAKO. Wacko. He's representing Team GB in September. Should be a good one. If you can support, I'll drop the link in below. If you can, they go from me to help these boys get out there. I believe you're paid off, so just the adults, just the adults, just Levi. He's not got a flight ticket yet, so support Levi and the adults getting over there to Abu Dhabi and making that trip and making obviously their dreams come true. Jordan, mate, an absolute pleasure. Congratulations on the win, the belt. I'm sure it means a lot, and we'll catch up soon, maybe in a few years.
Definitely, 100%.